Hi, I'm Hughes and welcome back to the Feminine Shaman channel. As some of you know in my recent videos, I told you that I'd be taking questions from viewers and selecting the one that most represents commonly asked questions that I receive. So today's the first one, and this is a question from Kathy in New York. No matter how much I try, I can't stop my thoughts to meditate. Help. Well, it's definitely a question that I get often, and I address and speak to in my newest book, Life is the Ceremony, How We Live It Is the Ritual, The Journey of a Feminine Shaman. And I think one of the important key phrases here is stopping your thoughts. Well, Kathy, and those of you who've been trying to meditate over many years, or maybe even just tried once and became frustrated, I think we have a misunderstanding here in the West of exactly what stopping our thoughts means, because your thoughts will never stop. Our thoughts are like a train that keeps going, and we have the choice to either stay on the train and get off the train, but the notion of stopping the train is impossible. So let's start there. When you're sitting down and trying to quiet the mind, you develop an aspect inside of you that becomes the center of your being. And that is the place I want you to cultivate when you're meditating. So you sit down and you watch those thoughts go by. And the next thing you know, you're following those thoughts. So you were sitting here in a contemplative moment for a while, totally peaceful, totally not involved in your thoughts or maybe the emotions that are going on, just peaceful. And then the next thing you know, you're down the road talking about what's on your shopping list or what bills you're going to pay or what your plans are for the next few days. Didn't even realize you jumped on the thought train. So when you see that, I don't want you to get frustrated. I want you to cultivate the self-compassion and self-love and enjoyment of the process that just says, hey, here I go again. I can't believe I'm 5 minutes down the road here thinking about what I'm going to do or what I'm going to pay, what bills, and I didn't even know I did that. So as soon as you catch that, just take yourself and bring yourself back to center, to your mantra, to your breath, whatever it is that becomes your focal point of attention. And then stay there for as long as you can. And that is the place where you cultivate the silence and the presence of being within spirit and not in our emotions and our thoughts. So there you go again. You're sitting in this amazing space, and all of a sudden you realize you're down the thought road again. You're on that train. It came by with emotions of sadness or anger or some emotion that's been running your life lately, just present in your life lately. And there it is. And minutes go by and you realize, here I am, tossing around my mind that I'm frustrated with my boss, or my children are driving me crazy, or I'm in love with someone and I can't wait to see them again. Whatever the emotion is or the thought is, it rises and carries us away. And then we try and stop it. It will never stop. What happens is you cultivate the mastery to not follow it. So they go on and on and on around you, but you don't follow them. So the emotion rises, you realize you're frustrated or you're excited, and you're no longer present with that centered place within you. So when you're there, you just nod to it. Oh, there you are, anger. Oh, there you are, joy. There you are, frustration. You took me away from the silence and the emptiness. See you later. I'm going to go back to my breath. And you do that. Don't try and stop it. Now, of course, with emotions and thoughts, there are psychotherapies and techniques for reworking those thoughts or reworking some of those emotions, but that's another segment. For now, I want you to cultivate the notion that you're not stopping the emotions or thoughts. You're learning to not follow them and be controlled by them. You're gaining the mastery to go back to the breath, go back to the mantra, go back to the center as soon as you find yourself following those. So that's a long answer for a big question, actually a short answer for a big question for Kathy from New York. Thank you for sending questions in. Those of you who may have some other questions can send your questions to wind@windhughes.com. That's WIND at WINDHUGHES.com. windhughes.com. So Send more questions and I will answer them. Feel free to go to my website, windhughes.com, or find me on Twitter. Wind Hughes, the Feminine Shaman, is my YouTube channel, and I will see you again, hopefully with some more questions. Have a great day. Blessings.